Hello chatbox out there, today in this video I'm just going to be telling you guys all about what I got to on my Saturday and Sunday of this week. So on my Saturday I got up and I got changed and headed downstairs, and me and my mum and older sister were watching this farming show. My dad was asleep and older brother and younger brother had rugby, and younger sister was up at her uni, and I was just listening to a bit of music and did some drawing and colouring in on my phone, and made myself and my older sister a hot chocolate each. And unfortunately hers was cold, and so she went to warm it up and she managed to burn her finger on the handle as the handle was very hot, so she had to quickly run that under the tap. And then she dropped me to my grandparents' house, and I had a nice time having to catch up with them, waiting for my uncle, his girlfriend and my cousin to arrive. And I had some bacon butties and a nice jam donut and cup of tea for my lunch while I was there. And me and my grandma had a nice catch up about the soaps, and we're just talking all things soaps. And then my uncle and his girlfriend and my cousin arrived, and my little cousin, bless him, sang a little song that he's been learning in school. He's down in reception. I can't believe how fast he's growing up. He's going to be 5 next month, 2 weeks time actually. Can't believe how fast the months are going. Only 70 something days to Christmas as well, which is very exciting. And I then showed him around the new house, and then helped my grandma move some of the boxes and unpack some of the boxes, and then had my cousin sat on my lap as I was reading some of his favourite books. And then my old brother texted me to say if I wanted to go for food with him and my older sister, so I went out and called him up and was like, yeah, that'd be good, come pick me up and let me know when you're outside. So I carried on reading some more of the books to my cousin, and he was pointing out different things. And then my older sister popped in and got me a goodbye to everyone, and then I headed off to have some food with my older brother and sister, which was very nice. And I just had some nachos, a nice hot chocolate, and had a cola as well. And one of my colleagues was giving me my nachos, and she made the nachos and she ended up burning her arm. So that's 2 people that have ended up getting burnt. Oh dear. And she was like, I bet not my arm because of your nachos. I was like, oh, sorry about that. She's like, that's not good enough. Absolute bants. And I love my work fam. Like, it's such a great lot, so lovely. And I then got home, was about to write my journal and have a bit of chill time, and then I realised that I thought I was starting at 6, but I actually started at 5. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I quickly had a quick shower, got in my uniform and got dropped up to work by my dad. Got in and apologised and said, oh, I thought I was starting at 6, not 5. I'm starting at 6 next Saturday, so I'd got my days muddled up, but it happens to the best of us. And I then was just serving lots of food and drinks, taking lots of food and drink orders and taking the bills as well. But the handheld device that we used to go around the different tables isn't working at the moment, so we had to get them to come to the end of the bar. And it was quite a good night. I only made one mistake, and that's when I did some drink orders, but I forgot to put the food through as well because I was so focused on getting the drinks right. So my colleague, who I didn't think liked me very much, said about it, and she said, I saw you writing the food down. I was like, did I? And I just like, check your books. I did. I was like, oh yeah, I did. Sorry about that. I'll put that through now. So it's fine. I just sort it out. And that one that I didn't think liked me, she said if she caught me chatting to one of my colleagues, and she'd chuck a mayonnaise little packet at me. So the next time I was talking to him about work and just mind my business, and she came along and chucked it and it hit me right in the chest. So I was like, ah, got me, great shot. So then she was talking to one of the other colleagues, and I said the same. It's like, Friday, if you're going to do that with me, if I catch you talking to her, I'll do the same to you. So I caught her chatting to one of the other colleagues. So I got a tomato packet and like hit her on the shoulder. She said, oh, right, this means war. So she started pouting with mayonnaise packets. So I was dodging them. good old rugby, touch rugby, happy dodge. So of course all the customers laughing as well, and it was quite quiet by then anyway, so it was quite fun, and it broke the ice as well, so it's made us get along a lot better, and it was quite a nice shift, quite nice and easy. I had a few colas and paid for those at the end, signed out, and then had the leftover of my cola and just chatted to my colleagues who were staying to have a bit of food. They were having kebabs from the shop next door, and I then got picked up by my mum. And before that, we were talking about karaoke, as they were saying about having a karaoke night or something or other, and I said how my go-to karaoke song is I Will Survive, and my colleague, who I'm now we're getting there, she said how she's a big karaoke fan too. I think we should duet, as you know, a karaoke duet competition like off. So I say bring it, and I could sing karaoke all day long. I love it, and I don't need to be part with alcohol either. I just love it, and don't need anything because I'm already super confident anyway. Always been like that, always been loving performing since I was a young kid. And I then got picked up by my mum. We got back and I put my work clothes in the wash, got into my PJs, had some bacon patties and a cup of tea, and was listening to a bit of music and watched Strictly. It's now back, new Strictly, I love it, and listened to a bit of music and did some new illustrations. And my younger brother was on his Xbox, old brother was watching a film in his bedroom, younger sister and her boyfriend had come down from uni to go to a hotel near to where we used to live, and my older sister was at hers and my dad had gone to bed. My mum's got a really bad air infection at the moment, so her body's aching a bit and it's caused her like sinuses to be a bit messed up, so she's not feeling too good at the moment. So she probably shouldn't have picked me up, and my dad was like, you should have just got me up and we just picked me up, or I probably would have just walked. But yeah, so she's just rested up at the moment. She had a nice refreshing shower earlier on today, and she's just taking it steady. And I got up for my Sunday. I hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday rest. And it's a little bit gloomy out there, a little bit chilly, so I was just wrapped up with my journal and sketch pad, writing a bit of my journal and doing a bit of sketching in my sketch pad. And I was listening to a bit of music and watching TikTok. I don't really need TikTok, and I'm so done caring about losing followers and about watches and likes and any of that kind of thing. And I really need TikTok, and I'm just not looking at the watches or anything like that because I'm not interested. I know they're good, and that's all that matters. And my dad picked my younger sister and her boyfriend up for being at the hotel, and then dropped them to my older sister and her boyfriend's house, and they're coming back up for tea. We're having a roast, having pork, can't wait, love a bit of pork, love a bit of crackling. And I had some jam sandwiches and a cup of tea for my lunch. And my younger brother is back from his lunch break, and older brother has gone off to the gym. I worked on an instruction to my book, listened to a bit of Kylie, and can't wait for her new album. Comes out soon, 6th of November. And I then was just sorting out my dolls at Dollhouse, and me and my older brother and sister and our family friends, I think maybe going for a walk later on about fish, I'm not quite sure yet. And I cannot wait to give my younger sister a little present I got from the toy shop to give her that I know she's going to absolutely love. And I then was watching some episodes of Friends and Buffy and Doctor Who, 11th Doctor episodes. Love Rory and Amy and the Doctor together, they were so good. And then I was just watching some stuff on record that I need to watch, and watched Ever After, which I absolutely love. It's probably one of my favourite films ever. I love Drew Barrymore, and she's so good in it. I could probably watch it 100 billion times and never get bored of it. Same with Nana McPhee, and I watched that as well, and watched the last little bit of The Holiday that I started watching and I ended up falling asleep. And then I also watched a bit of Love Actually and a bit of The Grinch, watched a bit of Christmas stuff, because I'm not really into Halloween, to be honest. I'm more into Christmas, so I've been watching a lot of Christmas films. I did watch The Corpse Bride the other day and Hocus Pocus, but other than that, not really into Halloween kind of films. And I still need to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas that I have not watched yet. That's on my bucket list to watch, and I'm pretty sure that's on Disney Plus. And I watched a few things on Disney Plus and BBC iPlayer and Netflix, and caught up on this new Netflix series that I've started watching, and listened to a bit of the soundtrack for Julie and the Phantoms, which is such a good series on Netflix. I suggest you go watch that, it's so good. The songs in it are so good as well, absolutely love it, and the main guy is so hot. And I then watched this new series called The Babysitter's Club, based on the books, and there was a film back in the 90s, I think it's like 1992 or 3, somewhere in the 90s, which is really good as well. So I've just been watching that as well, and I am now off to go and do a bit of drawing, and then I shall see you later on with a little bit more of the vlog. I'm back. I hope you guys have all had a lovely weekend and you've all had a lovely Sunday West. My older brother got back from being at the gym, and I had some lunch, listened to a bit of music, and was listening to a bit of Chromatica. Love Lady Gaga's newest album. Alice is probably my favourite song from the album. And then me, my mum and my older brother were watching Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2, and my dad then got up for his nap, and I was down just listening to music and ended up having a little bit of a nap as I was feeling super tired and had a little bit of a bad head. And then I started watching the newest episode of Supernatural. Jack is so adorable, one of the characters in the show, and I then went and had a nice walk with my older sister, and we took the pooch along with us and saw lots of other dogs out for their walks, and so our pooch was making lots of new friends. And then we got back, and my younger sister and her boyfriend had been picked up by my dad from my grandparents' house, where they'd gone to see the new house and stayed there for a little bit. And we had tea, and my younger brother hurt his foot and has had to go to the hospital to have that checked out. So his girlfriend came over and has taken him off there. And for tea we had a Sunday roast, a bit of pork, a bit of crackling, and then for pudding we had some donuts. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I had for my tea now. Tea was amazing, cooked lovely by my older brother, always does a great job, and my mum also helped out as well, which was really good, and it was so delicious. And then I gave my older sister then went off from taking Hardfree, our dog, for a walk with myself, and it was really good. She went off, and I gave my younger sister a jumper which had Superman and Batman on, as she's a massive Marvel and DC fan, loves all the superhero stuff, kind of thing like that, so it's right up her street. So I gave that to her, and she really liked it, which was good. And she also noticed about my weight loss, which was really good, and she was saying how great I'm looking, which was quite nice. And I hadn't seen her for like 3 months, so we had a really good catch up, gave her a big hug, and after tea I helped tidy up and put the table away. And my older brother's been in a bit of an annoying mood, so he's winding me up a bit, and then my dad took my younger sister and her boyfriend back up to their uni, where so far Charlotte Uni and where we are haven't got any new cases at the moment so far, touch wood, and we're like in the lowest like spectrum of the cases, which is good so far. And I'm really hoping that we manage to get through without having to go into lockdown. But if we have to go into lockdown, there's nothing we can do about it, and we've just got to do it. It'll probably be 2 to 3 weeks at the max, and just do it, get out of the way, and then hopefully we should be able to just carry on afterwards. It should be fine, but we've just got to take each day as it comes. We're not just not stress or worry. As long as we wear the mask, keep social distancing and following the rules, we should be fine. And my older brother is just sorting out the room which was my younger sister's room, but then was my grandparents' room for a bit, and now it's going to be his room. My younger sister is going back into the room which was my old brother's room, which was hers originally, so she's done one big circle. And I finished off the newest episode of Supernatural as I'd started watching that and then had to stop that and pause it while I went and took my dog for a walk with my older sister, which is really nice. Saw lots of different coloured leaves, loving all the autumnal leaves out at the moment, but I didn't get any photos. I was going to, but then I was like, nope, I'll just focus on just having a nice catch up with my older sister, talked a lot, had a lot of chat, had a nice catch up, and then I'm just currently just doing a bit of drawing and colouring in this Vogue colouring book that I got. I when moving all the stuff from downstairs up to here from the hallway downstairs, I couldn't find it and I thought I'd lost it, so I found it and I've just been doing some more colouring there. This is a bit of Dua Lipa, a bit of Coldplay, 1975, and some other singers and bands, a bit of Coldplay. Did a bit of karaoke, a little bit of karaoke, me, I'm a bit of a karaoke addict, and I did some drawing, worked on some illustrations and watched some TikToks, and I am now off to go finish my journal entry for today, and I am then just going to be watching some episodes of Doctor Who and some old episodes of Supernatural. And yeah, I hope you guys have all had a lovely weekend, or have a lovely week ahead, and I shall see you guys soon when you vlog very soon. Bye.